fighting at home, and he's sorry about that. And he's fighting against Bilal Boulama, who actually just fought just 5 days ago outside of Paris, and he accepted his challenge. I think he's replacing someone tonight, from what I understand, right?
That's correct, yeah.
Ici en direct de la Reims Arena, dans le coin bleu. 1m88, 71,6 kg, 9 victoires, 2 défaites. Bilal Boulama!
He is 6'2", representing the team Chapa. 9 wins and 2 losses. That's Bilal Boulama.
Et dans le coin rouge, 1m85, 71,3 kg, 5 victoires, 3 défaites. Il représente la team Europe Top Team de Reims, Jenny Lukoki!
And of course, Jenny Lukoki representing the Europe Top Team of Reims.
Yep.
The first man out tonight representing this team. And we're going to have all these ETT guys all night long.
Absolutely. Get used to hearing that pop from the crowd as soon as Europe Top Team is announced. So here we go. Bilal Boulama in the blue corner and Jenny Lukoki in the red.
So let's explain quickly. Of course, this is an amateur bout, only 3-minute rounds. So Jenny Lukoki was supposed to fight against a guy called Danny Gbeasor. Got canceled. Oh my God. Doesn't want to lose any time.
Yeah, wasting no time, just chasing after the combinations there and then going for a takedown attempt. Looks like he might get it. He's got to be mindful of the guillotine, though.
Yeah, because he's checking out the guillotine. I think it's just focusing on that, just focusing on the submission, while at the same time Lukoki is focusing on the takedown.
So far, the head positioning seems to be all right. Oh, he might turn. Oh, turning it into a ninja choke.
This one's a little bit better this time. He's going strong.
Oh, I think he's out. Oh! First round submission. He fought just 5 days ago and made a quick turnaround with a first round finish. Bilal Boulama, stand up.
Unbelievable performance. And I think a lot of people are going nuts around because the first guy of the ETT got humiliated in just a few seconds, in what, 40 seconds, 30 seconds?
Something
I don't even know.
That. As soon as he made the adjustment from the normal guillotine to sort of the power guillotine, aka ninja choke, that's where the danger really started setting in.
Sebastian, listen to this. 5 days ago, this guy was fighting also as an amateur against Jmel. And at the end of the bout, which he won, Jmel actually told him, can I get a rematch, please? Because the fight was actually, really tight. And the guy said, no, I got better things to do. And I think he was already thinking about his next challenge. His next challenge was tonight in Hexagone, and this is another quick win for this dude, Bilal Boulama. I told you we had a lot of talent in the amateur ranks. This dude, you need to check him out in the future. What a performance.
And the way that he handled the pressure that was put on him early, I mean, he's coming over here to his opponent's hometown, stepping in here, not a single person cheering for him. And then he gets an incredibly tough start from his opponent, just going all gas, no brakes, and he handled it like a pro.
Sebastian, I think last time we actually had the chance to work together, we had the same problem. I think it was in Poitiers, where one of the local fighters also lost in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Or was that the show before? I don't remember. But sometimes here in Hexagone, the local fighters are maybe a little bit, scared or maybe feeling the pressure, and they don't perform at the level that they wanted to.
I mean, that's the thing. Fighting at home, it can be a blessing and a curse, because on one end, sure, you could feel that positivity and the motivation coming from a crowd, but that could also just as easily be transferred into pressure and expectations. And sometimes, especially being young in the career, some fighters can wilt under those expectations and pressure.
Well, he stood tall, this man. He was looking for his 10th amateur win. So he's now 10-2, and what a win. I mean, he choked him out. I mean, this Lukoki was out completely. So I got a question to ask you, Sebastian. What do you think is the next step for a guy? I mean, how is the decision taken to actually? 10 seconds now. You heard the clapper.
Oh, nice overhand right there from Rajabu.
Ush. Oh.
That was a haymaker of a left hook.
Using a lot of energy. I mean, these dudes are spent. You can see that in the corner. We just saw that, Bedoui almost fell down on his chair. I mean, this dude, I told you, that's always the case with the amateurs. You know, they want to do so much in such a small amount of time. They just explode basically their gas tank very early. And that's something they need to work on if they want to turn pro. You cannot really manage the rounds the same way, especially when you step from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. So those kind of opportunities, that, whether it's a win or a loss, it's always a way to learn more and to build your experience and just the way you work your magic in the cage.
I mean, to be fair, that's exactly what the amateur leagues is for. I mean, if you're gonna make mistakes anywhere, it's right here, right now, when machine guards are on.
Well, yes and no, because not everyone wants to be a pro. Some guys.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Some guys are actually very content to be the king of the amateurs, but they never. But that's not the case with these two. Sorry.
Yeah.
We know that when you do that in the hexagon, the cameras are turned on you. And you want to do it well. Let's do it now. It's the third and final round.
Yep, that's correct. And in my book, it's 1 round apiece.
I agree.
Oh, another nice right hand slinks through for Rajabu. Oh!
Very aggressive again with the hand. Clash of style between the two, with Rajabu really focusing on the striking, and Bedoui with the takedown. But he's being
a tactical error there by Bedoui. He got a little too reckless, didn't establish a position. And this is bad news for him.
Hooks in by Rajabu, trying to get the hooks on the inside with the legs. And he's got plenty of time now, over 2 minutes to pepper the face of his opponent with those punches.
He's got the back, but he might slide off. He looks like he's a little bit high on the back.
Want to shake him off, basically. It's like dandruff. You need to shake him off. Get a clean shirt. He's not falling down, just sticking to him like glue.
I mean, honestly, Rajabu doing a good job at staying on the back here now as well. And look at that, manages to remain upright in a situation where a lot of fighters probably would have been shaken off.
Back against the cage. Pressure is on. Hip action by Bedoui.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to go for a hip toss there, but couldn't get it. There, finally. He gets a mat return and steps over into mount with over a minute to go. Could be anyone's round here in the third.
Taking the advice on the outside. Already showing the makings of a great champion. Bedoui listening to his coach while at the same time just improving his position. The referee's asking him to work. Doing the best they can. 45 seconds now. And he needs some deep impact. Bedoui, he can't stay on his opponent like a towel, basically. He's got to do something.
Yeah, I agree. I want to see more offense.
Yeah, and they're going to be stood up. What's going on? What are you saying?
I think Bedoui was displeased with the...
Wait. Let me see. I think... Yeah, but I think he hit his eye maybe or something because the referee is...
Maybe when he was pushing off of a face, maybe a finger, it did not seem intent. Oh, he's taking a point.
Oh, my God.
Or was that a point? Or it was a little bit unclear whether a point was taken away or not.
I was watching... I had the back of Rajabu in front. I didn't see.
Great sprawl. I feel like Rajabu is kind of running away with this fight now.
Could steal it in the third round. If he actually manages to get that takedown, that would... Oh, my God. Right on the buttocks.
That is a great way of putting a stamp on not just the round, but the entire fight.
Great job.
Yeah.
I think that Abdel Pablo Rajabu get the decision win, I think. If I was scoring, that's where I would go.
Same here. I mean, I'd say Pablo delivered those packages pretty well. A little bit of that plomo.
Well, this is what you get in Hexagone MMA, ladies and gentlemen. Shows all over the country of France and trying to find these new talents. And maybe some of them are going to be future champions. And you could say the first time we saw him was
Right here in Hexagone. I'm still so impressed that this was Rajabu's MMA debut.
First time
That was
ever.
a crazy good performance for your first time.
Only 21 years old. A guy who loves to fight every day. That's what he said. See, I was talking to you about this new generation of fans. I mean, these guys grew up with MMA. They know it can be a lifestyle basically for a very long time. They're passionate about what they do.
And the body language, very telling. You see Rajabu walking around with his hands in the air, whereas Bedoui just now started, he was taking deep breaths, he was heeled over.
Okay, let's see if the judges agree with us. Hopefully, no mistake.
Le vainqueur de ce combat par décision unanime.
Unanimous.
Le coin bleu, Rajabu.
Unanimous decision win for Abdel Pablo Rajabu. First time in the cage, first win in the cage.
I mean, that was one heck of a performance. I am very, very impressed at how well he handled that first fight, and also losing that first round and coming back very, very strongly. And just, you could see his confidence building with every strike that he connected with every single takedown defended. Let's hear what he has to say.
Amazing performance. Your boxing, your striking was insane. Were you afraid of your opponent tonight? I want to send out a big shout out to my opponent. Of course, I want to thank my coaches. And of course, my team in the crowd here tonight. You almost got submitted in a triangle. Were you afraid? Not at all. I knew I was not supposed to be afraid. On the ground, I knew he would try some crazy submission, so I was prepared. So that's why you try to focus yourself in striking, right? No, I'm very good even with my wrestling defense, so I wasn't afraid. That was my first fight tonight.
En tant que compétiteur amateur. Et du coup, voilà.
C'est plutôt de bon augure, là. Hein?
Ouais.
I think it's a good start.
Ça t'inspire pour la suite?
Ouais. Bah, ça va me permettre de bien me lancer. Et voilà.
Félicitations, Pablo. Un tonnerre d'applaudissements pour Pablo.
A man of few words, Pablo.
Yeah.
Every time she was asking she was trying to ask him a question was yes.
A nightmare fighter to interview, I'll tell you that. But hey, at the end of the day, he made it count where it's important.
Nous allons marquer une courte pause, l'occasion pour vous de reprendre.
That's also, Sebastian, why I was not translating everything. Because, you know, wasn't the most interesting interview of all time, but hey, that's also something you can work on in the future. You know, you need to be able to sell yourself.
It was his debut. We can give him a pass.
Prochain combat à 19h45, donc là vous l'entendez, la pause sera courte. N'hésitez pas à aller visiter la boutique Hexagone MMA et profitez-en également pour nous rejoindre sur les comptes des réseaux Hexagone MMA. Courte pause, on revient après et vous gardez cette énergie folle ici en direct de la Reims Arena. À tout de suite.
All right, from non-French speakers out there, we will take a half-hour break before we continue with the main card portion. So we'll be back in 30 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with more world-class Hexagone MMA action.
Je vous avais promis que cette pause serait courte. Je vous rappelle le programme après ce combat. Une autre pause, mais celle-là pour attendre nos amis d'RMC Sport, où nous serons en direct à partir de 20h30 dans plus de 150 pays dans le monde. Hexagone MMA 16, ici en direct de la Reims Arena, qui commence un peu plus vite à se remplir. Troisième combat présenté par Positive Festival. Le premier combattant à s'avancer dans cette cage nous vient d'Espagne. On le surnomme El Águila. Veuillez accueillir Borja Garcia.
Sebastian, I don't get it. He's supposed to be Spanish, but he's coming out to Ricky Poveri, one of the most famous songs in Italian pop music. Come on.
Hey, Spain and Italy have a love affair that is well known. Two friends in our countries, and well, anyway you cut it, it definitely gets the people going. It's a nice mood, and a nice mood is exactly what Garcia likes to get going.
Well, okay, let's go. I'm sorry. I'm excited.
All right, here we have France's Got Talent going at the same time. But you know, they say third time's the charm, and I'm sure that is what Borja Garcia is hoping for. He's currently 0-1 and 1 no contest in Hexagone MMA. His promotional debut ended in no contest due to an accidental headbutt against Boualem Saroui at Hexagone 12. It was in October last year. And then in his last fight out, he took a fight that nobody wants. He fought the unbeaten striking phenom Anas Azizun at Hexagone MMA 14. And hey, let's be honest about it. Garcia was outclassed in that fight. But it seems like he really has taken some of those lessons to heart. He's moving down 2 weight divisions now, and he's got none other than UFC star Yoel Alvarez in his corner, and that is some great momentum and some great advice that he will surely be getting out of a blue corner.
Et son adversaire, il nous vient de Reims. Veuillez accueillir Tidal Sadoyan.
Some people seem to be destined for certain things, and if you're Armenian, chances are you're destined to be a martial artist. That is the case here for Tidal Sadoyan. He has been training MMA since young childhood, and he basically seems to be all in on this since he has gone going. He won his pro debut versus Quentin Duponois by first round armbar. That was in April of 2017, and then he took a long layoff. He had a couple issues, some injuries here and there, and he was actually supposed to make his promotional debut at Hexagone MMA 3 way back in February of 2022 against Cooper Frachet. However, now he's coming off of a decision loss against Martin McNulty, who we will see on the main card. So both of these guys heading in here looking for a big win. Both of these guys still have been denied that big win here in Hexagone MMA, and only one can leave the cage with it here tonight.
This is going to be a clash of styles that we really love. It's going to be striking against the wrestling of Tidal Sadoyan. You said it, he's originally from Armenia, now living in Reims and actually representing the Europe top team, the ETT. So he's got the crowd behind him tonight against a Spanish phenom in front of him. We are ready for this clash in the flyweight division, 56 kilos max, 125 pounds and under, for this international clash. And Tidal Sadoyan, interesting stats with his first bout actually happening in 2017. It did nothing for over 7 years. So I think his record of 1-1 doesn't really reflect his talents and actually all he has to offer here in the cage tonight.
Yeah, I think there's more than meets the eye, much like a transformer.
Votre premier combat professionnel de la soirée vous est présenté par Positive Festival, catégorie flyweight. Dans le coin bleu,
Stepping in the cage for the third time here in the Hexagon in this company, Borja Garcia, the Eagle.
Yep.
Et dans le coin rouge, de Reims, 1m68, 56,7 kg, troisième combat en professionnel. Il représente Europe Top Team, Sadoyan.
He's a little bit smaller than Garcia, but he's a little bit older also than him. That's the wrestling machine, Sadoyan.
And if you're watching this fight thinking, wow, there sure is a noticeable size difference between these. And, well, that's because Garcia's last fight was 2 divisions up at featherweight. He's moved down all the way down to flyweight now, which is that's a 13-kilogram difference. But you wouldn't be able to tell it by looking at him. He doesn't look drained at all.
We're ready to go. This is the first professional bout of the evening. 3 rounds of 5 minutes. Almost like a mini Superman punch by Sadoyan to start off the offense. He's the one putting on the pressure right now. I mean, look at the stance. Look at the legs.
Big connection there from Sadoyan. And almost a desperation takedown from Garcia. He's got to be mindful of the potential choke here.
Just hold him, I think, in position to improve and just jump on the back. As you can see, he's not putting in too much pressure. It's almost like just a headlock.
Yeah.
And of course, the professional ranks knees are okay.
Garcia has an almost disdainful way of taking shots. So even when he was fighting Azizun, he was just taking the shots like nothing. He just beckons it on and welcomes it almost.
A human punching bag, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm impressed by the pressure that Sadoyan is putting. I mean, he's not supposed to be the king of strikes. But, I mean, look at this. I mean, he's the one just pushing forward, step by step, just pushing a little bit the back of Garcia against the cage.
Oh, wow, there is some noticeable redness on the lead leg of Sadoyan this early into a fight, and I didn't even see it. Wow, big takedown there.
Slam to the mat. Told you it was a wrestling machine. I mean, even though the way that he shot in the legs was coming from super far, it didn't look like the most impressive shoot in the world. But he just powered through it, got the takedown, and that's very important in the eyes of the judges. And also, it sends a message to your opponent. Got to be careful.
Interesting. Not able to get anything accomplished. Oh!
A counter with that 1-2 punch by Garcia. Nice timing on the approach by Tital.
And one wonders, you know, Garcia coming down 2 divisions. He's taking shots from much bigger guys previously. I'm thinking Azizun, that was almost 3. Yeah, look at the redness on the lead leg of Sadoyan.
You heard that one. Sorry, we got interrupted by the low kick.
No, but just think about it. Garcia, he's used to taking shots from bigger guys. So I think that he doesn't mind taking these shots here and probably wouldn't mind taking shots to give one back.
Okay, maybe on the, I mean, for his integrity, it's okay, but you got to remember that you got the judges on the outside, so whether he feels it or not, they just see a power shot landing, and that's important for them. So, I mean, Tital Sadoyan is going to get the points, whether it's Garcia is rocked or not.
Again, not able to do anything with the body lock connection for Sadoyan.
No panic, just goes back to the center of the cage. And more exchanges between the 2 men.
Sadoyan seems to be the quicker fighter, that's for sure. Oof. He's got to dodge some of these haymakers coming his way, though.
Oh, nice. Spinning elbow attempt. It was beautiful to watch, but unfortunately for him, it didn't lead anywhere good, because Garcia is now just working his magic on the ground, trying to create an opening in this little rock, this little Armenian rock, almost impossible to catch.
He's got 1 hook in, but you could still, you can definitely get the choke with just 1 hook in, but this is the danger. You risk getting reversed.
Uh-oh. And he's the one now jumping on the piece of meat, back on his feet. 1 minute to go in this first round. Action-packed flyweight division matchup.
Yeah, they are really leaving it all in there in some of these exchanges. Ooh. But look at that. Every time Garcia gets struck, he just nods.
Yeah, I felt it. I felt it. And I'm still here. Got to knock me out. Sprawl by Garcia.
Front headlock position here. Can't quite see how his hands are connected.
But whether he gets to choke or in this position, still good to have all your weight on the body of your opponent. You're going to tire him out a little bit.
Oh.
And again on that lead leg.
Oh, wow. Great counter there for Garcia. He was almost waiting for it. And another brutal leg kick.
Almost this. Oh, my God. Yeah, he got rocked. That right hand landed, and I think right above, maybe on the temple or something. Tital Sadoyan seemed to be on spaghetti legs almost for like a couple of milliseconds.
And he's taking time getting back to his feet. And I do think that is a credit to those leg kicks that the Spaniard was firing off in the first round.
I mean, you mentioned it very early in the first round. You saw that the left thigh of Tital Sadoyan was becoming almost crimson. And I think that Garcia just continued to pummel the same spot over and over again. Didn't create a lot of reaction in the crowd, but we saw him. I mean, we're cage side. We can feel it. We can actually see the discoloration of on the body of Sadoyan. It's pretty scary, especially when they add up. That's something you got to look into because he's not going to be able to stand on that leg if Garcia continues to hit it that hard.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the fact that look at that, he's chomping at the bit, waiting to get back in there, and that's almost like a little bit of mental warfare as well. It's almost like trying to show your opponent, like, what? You're hurt, you're tired. Not me, homie.
I don't need the full minute.
Yeah.
I'm good to go. Of course, we're talking about the Eagle, El Aguila.
And
going straight.
Immediately went to that leg kick. Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
There's one thing that's going to be broke. It's the leg of Sadoyan. That continues.
Oh, nice. Goes high afterwards as well.
Changing the levels. Playing with the mind of the Armenian.
And I'm starting to think that Garcia should have been at flyweight his whole career, but just based by how well he's doing it, he's handling everything with poise and confidence.
You know, I think he's a fake flyweight even for this bout because he was announced on the mic earlier at 57.2 kilos, which is a little bit over the official limit. So I don't know. He's got a special deal for him.
Well, I mean, hey, first time is one time is no time. So
okay.
We'll give him a second shot to make flyweight. But so far, he's doing good on the feet and is sprawling very accordingly, anticipating the defensive takedown attempt from Sadoyan. I'm liking what the Spaniard is showing us.
I'm loving those low kicks, and you can see that Sadoyan almost turned his body for a second. He's starting to hurt. That left leg is just twitching almost on the impact.
And Garcia, he doesn't really turn his hip in a whole lot into it. He almost throws it kind of like Alex Pereira does, just kind of very quick diagonally upwards, but without the typical Thai turning. Oof,
and for the first time, we saw Sadoyan trying to at least block it. I mean, he lifted his leg a little bit. The rest of the times, I mean, he's been taking those low blows, just full. I mean, just without even moving, just taking it. And he's realizing right now that you can't really win a mixed martial art fight just by being a good wrestler. You got to be the full package nowadays.
Yeah, so far, Sadoyan looking a little too one-dimensional.
He's dead. I mean, this dude's got trouble now. You see?
Oh, yeah.
The left leg is just a piece of meat, just a bone with some meat hanging from it, like an overcooked chicken.
What is this, a cooking channel?
I can do it all. Oh,
the body language of Sadoyan says everything right now. He's fighting like somebody who doesn't really want to be there.
The heart and the soul of Sadoyan have left his body. I think it's just a question of time. I think Borja Garcia, if he doesn't make any mistake, I mean, should get this one. Is it going to be by TKO or just dropping Sadoyan, who's going to say, okay, I'm done, throwing in the towel. Come on, go back to that leg. I want to see it. Desperation attack by the Armenian.
And there's over 2 minutes to work now in the second round. That's plenty of time for Garcia to lay on more punishment.
I want to see it, like the kickboxing skills. Come on, boom.
Oh.
You see?
He's timing everything that Sadoyan does.
Sadoyan's going back to his back to basics with those shoots and the legs. He's got nothing left, unfortunately, for Sadoyan. I mean, I think we've seen everything that he can do, which is the great wrestling.
Yeah.
But now he's overmatched in the striking.
I was going for the guillotine.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, he doesn't quite get it. Nice defense for Sadoyan. You can tell that he's been doing a lot of wrestling in his career. But it's out of a frying pan and into the fire. Now in the bottom north-south position here. Not an ideal position. Great ground and pound here from the Spaniard. The eagle is picking away at its prey right now.
He's not even doing anything at Sadoyan.
Yeah, does this constitute intelligent defense?
No.
So.
He's going to get stopped if this continues. Even if those shots are not super high-powered, they're just adding up, and the referee's not going to like this. He's not doing much, and of course, yeah, the choke is in. The rear naked choke by Borja Garcia.
I think he might have it.
Of course he's going to have it. It's not going to be a TKO. It's going to be a submission. No!
Oh, wow. How?
Oh, it's a good thing that I didn't bet on that. Oh, it's done. It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. TKO.
Wow, there you have it. Third time was the charm for Spain's Borja Garcia. He gives us...
Humping, Ross. Humping the crowd.
Well, that's one way of celebrating that I haven't quite seen before. A little bit of Derek Lewis flavor, perhaps.
So, I told you it was going to be a TKO. We knew it was going to happen at some point, but I think the heart of Sadoyan was not into it anymore. He could feel that he didn't have all the tools, basically, to solve the Rubik's Cube that it was in front of him, and he was just getting pummeled, not intelligently defending himself, as you said. The referee had no other choice. Maybe he said something to the refs, like something, I don't want to go again.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the referee ended it when nothing was really happening. So maybe he sent him a message or something, but that was the right decision, I think.
And honestly, a polar opposite performance from the last time we saw Garcia, where he was basically a wandering punching bag who couldn't get anything going offensively. Now it was the other way around. He was leading the dance. He was treating all offense dealt his way with disdain, and he handled everything with a crisp sense of confidence. I think Borja Garcia has found his division, and he is now somebody to be reckoned with.
That's good matchmaking. The last time he was overmatched. This time we got him a guy that was a little bit on his level, and he had the opportunity to shine.
Yeah.
So we got some Spanish flavor here in Hexagone MMA, which is good. We already had some on the mic because you can. I mean,
yeah. Claro.
Let's go to the center of the cage for the official decision. Oh.
Ce combat, le coin bleu, Borja Garcia!
Sebastian, tell it with the accent. Borja Garcia?
Borja Garcia.
Good. Oh, and the music is back.
Hey, that's a good move by the DJ. It's a banger.
Fantastic. Sarà perché ti amo. I can see people in the crowd singing too. It's a classic.